Interesting facts about famous people.
Early Western actors. 5 early Western actors. Having heard you guys about what you want to see when it comes to Western actors, I've made this initial video based on some of the earliest Western stars to jump onto the silver screen. In no particular order, here are 5 of the earliest actors to establish the Western as a genre on film. Gene Autry. Orvon Grover, Gene Autry, 1907 to 1998. The Singing Cowboy was a songwriter, singer, musician, actor, rodeo performer, and baseball team owner who gained fame by singing in a crooning style on radio, films, and television for over 3 decades, starting in the early 30s. Autry appeared in 93 films from 1934 to 1953. Between 1950 and 1956, hosted The Gene Autry Show on TV. During the 30s and 40s, he represented the straight-shooting hero, brave, honest, and authentic. Tom Mix. Thomas Edwin Mix, born Thomas Hezikiah Mix, 1880 to 1940, was the star of many early Western films from 1909 to 1935, appearing in 291 films. All but 9 were silent films. Hollywood's first Western star, defined the genre in the early days of the cinema. Audi Murphy. Audi Leon Murphy, 1925 to 1971, actor and songwriter. He was one of the most decorated American combat soldiers of World War II, receiving every military combat award for valor available in the US Army, and French and Belgian awards for heroism. After Pearl Harbor, he falsified documentation about his birth date in order to enlist in the Army, first seeing action in the invasion of Sicily in 1944. He participated in the Battle of Anzio, the liberation of Rome, and the invasion of southern France. Murphy fought at Montélimar, leading his men on an assault at Le Met Quarry near Clure in northeastern France. After the war, Murphy began his acting career, playing himself in the autobiographical film To Hell and Back, 1955, based on his memoirs. Most of his roles were in westerns, making guest appearances on television shows and starred in the series Whispering Smith. He was an accomplished songwriter. He bred horses in California and Arizona and was a regular participant in horse racing. Murphy had post-traumatic stress disorder. He slept with a handgun under his pillow, seeking solace in sleeping pills. During his last years, he was plagued by money problems, but refused to appear in alcohol and cigarette commercials, not wanting to set a bad example. He died in a plane crash in Virginia in 1971, just before his 46th birthday. Roy Rogers. Leonard Franklin Sly, 1911 to 1998. Was known as an actor, singer, and television host. His nickname was the King of Cowboys. He appeared in more than 100 films and many television and radio episodes of The Roy Rogers Show. Many of his films and television episodes, he also appeared with his wife, Dale Evans, his Golden Palomino, Trigger, and Bullet, his German Shepherd. His show ran on radio for 9 years, and then on television from 1951 to 57. His earlier roles were uncredited in films by fellow cowboy singing star Gene Autry. His productions usually featured a sidekick, often Andy Devine, Pat Brady, George Gabby Hayes, or Smiley Brunette. His later years, he allowed his name to be used in the franchise chain of Roy Rogers restaurants. Walter Brennan. Walter Andrew Brennan, 1894 to 1974, was an actor and singer. He won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performances in 1936's Come and Get It, 1938's Kentucky, and 1940's The Westerner. One of only 3 male actors to win these 3 Academy Awards, the only actor or actress to win 3 awards in the supporting actor category. He was also nominated for his performance in 1941's Sergeant York. Other worthy performances were 1944's To Have or Have Not, 1946's My Darling Clementine, 1948's Red River, and 1959's Rio Bravo. There you have it. I know there will be some of you who will suggest some changes to these 5. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate likes, shares and subscribers. It helps me a lot. Bye for now.